All right, guys, Christian again from Competition Cars, going over the engine bay, and we're going to do a quick driving video of this car. So, as stated before, there was no expenses spared on this car as far as anything you can do bolt-on wise. So obviously you got your cold air intake, throttle body spacer, MSD ignition coils, the oil catch can, and other than the live wire tuner, I don't think there's a ton else done performance engine wise to the car. But you can see the strut brace, the camber caster plates, all that stuff's adjustable. But from when I've driven this car before, you shouldn't need to adjust anything. This car is 100% dialed. You'd be very surprised by how this car performs for the year and for how these other cars of this year would perform. But again, the engine bay is just as clean as the inside and outside of the car. Another look at that paint in the bright light. And I'm going to hand the phone over to Anthony, and we are going to do a quick little driving video. Alrighty. This feels weird being in the driver's seat because typically it's built, but attach these. Actually, we'll just leave these off. These are kind of pain to attach, but anyway, as stated before, 15,433 exact miles. Roll the windows down to hear the exhaust. Let's see what this car's got. And on Anthony's lap there, that's the stack of receipts, paperwork, everything. And like I said, we added that up and it ended up being up to a little over $14,000. So, as stated before, someone has put a lot of money into this vehicle. And with the exhaust valves closed, it's not obnoxious. It's got a really good sound to it. And once it warms up and we get down the road, I'll open them up. That way you can see what the actual difference is. AC. It's already a very cold day, but we'll just triple check the AC and heat works. It was in the 30s this morning, so I wasn't very happy about that. Myrtle Beach is pretty unpredictable sometimes. Great. Now let's get the heat on. Heat works great instantly. So we'll leave that on. It is a chilly day out. The Hurst shifter feels great in your hand. It needs to be adjusted just a little bit, just a little under there to tighten it, but feels great. There's no grinds. It goes into gear super smooth. There's no, as I was stated before, everything, like I said, shifter-wise has been done, and it feels like, it doesn't feel like an O2. It feels like a brand new car. And the shifter is super tight. There's no slack or lag or anything. It just feels great. Handles amazingly. And typically I'm a BMW German car guy, but for a 02 Ford Mustang to handle like this one does, I will say I'm very impressed by it. Shorter gear ratio, but we're going probably about 50 right now, and the RPMs aren't crazy high, so it's not, you know, unreasonable. But yeah, it drives, like I said, the way it's handling is amazing for the type of car this is. Here in a minute we'll go ahead and open up the valves and see the difference, but it's definitely a significant difference. But cruising with the valves closed, it sounds close to stock. It's not terrible, so. And for all the suspension stuff, you'd think it would drive stiff and bad, but no, it drives very refined. You can tell. You can tell stuff. They did it right. They didn't just, you know, throw lowering springs on there or. We'll slow down here, we'll open up these valves. So you just, there's a switch for each one. I'm not sure how good you can hear that on video, but there's a significant difference in the sound. It's kind of obnoxious, but again, you can turn it right back off. I'm gonna do a first to second gear pull here. Okay. Yeah, we won't go too fast, but just to get it. With the exhaust valves open, it's definitely a very different animal. We'll take it right here. We'll close those valves back up. You probably can't even hear me. As you can see, back to as if it was almost stock. We'll do another pull here. 4.6, and I will say from the other ones I've driven, this is very respectable. Yeah, I really love the way the shifter feels as well. It's just super notchy and like I said, feels like a new car. It's taking these corners perfectly, super flat, no body roll, none of that. I get very impressed to see this out of a 2002 Ford Mustang. Guys, I feel like we've covered about everything there is to cover, so as Bill would say, bid all you can and have a good day.